This is my salary progression in tech, and honestly, it's kind of wild. Let's run through it. I am a senior software engineer in Silicon Valley. I worked here for 8 years, went through an IPO, and now I'm at Netflix. Buckle up. Sophomore year of college, I panic switched my major from art to computer science because I realized I wanted to make money. At this point, I was working in the computer lab on campus. I made $12 an hour helping people literally print paper. Junior year, still broke, but I did a co-op at a small gaming company. I made $0 because it was an unpaid internship. They paid me in snacks and experience. Senior year, I was supposed to graduate, but I took an extra semester just so I could have another internship. I interned at JP Chase. They gave me $25 an hour. And I felt rich. At this age, with that kind of money, I felt unstoppable. At 23 years old, I finally graduated, traveled, and then I started full-time at JP Chase. My starting salary of $95K was just above the San Francisco poverty line. Next year, at 24 years old, they gave me a little baby raise so I could be in the 6 digits club. At this point, I realized finance was not for me, so I wanted out. At 25 years old, I jumped to Roblox. They started me with 133K base salary and a lot of stock options. The stock was worthless at the time, but I had a gut feeling. Always trust your gut and read your offer letters very carefully. 26 years old, this is when things get crazy. Roblox IPO'd, I got promoted, and I briefly became a paper multimillionaire. My base was 161K, but the big money is all the stock options Roblox gave me. Options are granted at $0, but when we IPO'd, I could finally sell them. For calculation purposes, I'll show a range. Realistically, I only sold about 400K worth, but my total compensation at the top was over $1 million. And yes, taxes were disrespectful. At 28 years old, I had a higher base, more stock, still at Roblox. I made in total around the mid 400. And I started getting ESPP, which is like more company stock, but I started feeling a little too comfortable. Never stay too long at the same company unless you're learning or printing money. At 29, I finally got promoted to senior software engineer. At this point, my RSUs alone could pay for a wedding or a dog, but I started prepping to leave Roblox. That year, I made over 500K. I am now 30 years old. I interviewed around. My 2 top tech companies gave me offers. Meta was offering me 550K total, base plus stock. Netflix offered me 420K full cash. Spoiler alert, I picked Netflix. Why would I do that? I did not want to work 24/7. And I don't see myself as being a software engineer my entire life. Netflix would give me the flexibility to build my own thing eventually. Let me know if you want a full breakdown on tech comp or how to negotiate without crying. Because yes, some of this is luck, but when the bag shows up, you don't ask questions. You exercise a stock, hope the market is still up, and black out when you see your tax bill. Welcome to your tech wealth glow up.